Hello and welcome to the last part of the chapter 7 video. So in this video, I'll be talking about how we craft the select queries. Kung paano na mag-create ng select queries. Maybe based mo na siguro sa requirements or business rules. So explain ko na diri sa short nga video. So mga bata, ang SQL language is both simple and complex. So each clause and function on its own is simple and performs a well-defined task. So however, because of the flexibility of the SQL language, combining the appropriate clauses and functions to satisfy the information request can rather become complex. So man siya mga bata, kasi simple man siya, kay simple lang mag-define sa select, sa from. Pero once we're combining it, para maka-create sa busakto na query na makasatisfy sa needs ng users o sa request. So, dira nagamatama po like. So, when attempting to craft a query, the following are useful suggestions to keep in mind. So, I present you some suggestions. So, the first one is to know our data. So, databases in academic courses are usually well-designed, well-structured, and follow best practices. So, kaya na sa mga examples, ang database yan kay, siya, well-defined na. But, ang real world yung databases, messy na siya compared sa academic nga databases. So, dapat mabalantagid and understand ang data model that we're working on, dapat mabalantag na siya. Then, ang table, attribute names, cryptic, confusing, and non-standardized. So, dapat may documentation na siya, nag-explain, para mabasahan ta, tapos mabalang ta kung ano na ang mga components sa ating database, anong mga relationships, ang mga column names, if it makes sense or not. Para, ang third is, most database systems remain in service in an organization for decades. So, maybe, ang system nga nag-run siya for 20 years or 30 years. So, ang unod na sang database, most likely na siya messy, hindi na siya uniform or something. Kaya samtang ga-change na siguro ang administration or ga-change, gina-update nila ang system para mag-match na sa current nga user. So, ma-update na siya ma-add ka na sa mga tables, or ma-update na sa mga data. So, ang mga old data nga ran is either ma-start na siya, ang ilang structure, ma-start na siya guba. Kay ang, ga-update base sa inyo data So, as the business changes, grows, contracts, merges, and splits over many years, the internal system must be adapted and changed. So these changes often involve compromises that become institutionalized within the system. So, munang isang update is maka-affect na sa older na database. So, dapat mabalang ito kung ano na ang data na ginawork ta. Okay, ang next nga tip is we need to know the problem. So, just as important as it is to understand the data model, it is equally important to understand the question you are attempting to answer. Siyempre, dapat ma-understand ta kaya once ma-understand ta, ma-transform ta, maisip ta na maka-create na ta sang simple na query. So, information reporting requests will come from a range of sources. Some requests are one-time events, and some will become a part of ongoing operations within application or data analysis process. So, based dira sa events, dapat mabalaan mo na siya kung ano na siya, sa question, mabalaan mo ng problem, mabalaan mo na ang entities nga involved, mabalaan mo na ang variables, ang conditions, ang filters, dapat mabalaan mo na before ka mag-create ng query. Information yan Information requests are often ambiguous and subject to multiple interpretations, even if the person making the request does not realize it. So sometimes, don't misunderstand mo na ang request. Kaya ambiguous na siya eh. So, kung di na, especially if hindi na siya ma-explain clearly ang request, is ma-interpret na siya differently. So, ang output is hindi na siya mag-match sa request. So, when presented with an answer, decisions will be made based on the information presented. If there was a miscommunication action between the manager and the programmer, the business may make a poor decision with significant consequence. So, dapat may understanding yun na ang information request and then yourself kung paano mo para clear ang pag-create ng query. Okay, and the third tip is once may balantan na ang data nga i-work ta, balantan na ang problem, ang filters, entities nga gamiton ta. So we build the one clause at a time. So once we understand the problem, yes, you can build the actual query na. So once mara lang two nga tips, so we can start on building the query. So remember how the clauses in the select query work together. It may be helpful to build your clauses in the following order. So first is balanta kung di nga entities or din nga table makuha. Tapos next is ang filters nga aton nga gamiton para mag-specify kung ano man ang data magwa. And then if may group by, if i-categorize, then we can specify here sa group by, and then having, kung may conditions man sa categorization, we can specify sa having. And then here, once ulihin na gani, doon medyo second to the last na siya, si select. So select, so ano man ang information ang magwa. So ang columns nga, include mo sa output. And then lastly, doon ulihin na ginaisip si order by. So paano mo na siya gina-order? So for performance reasons, use the smallest set of related table possible to answer your query. So muna dapat when I think this is applicable siya when we're knowing our problem. So dapat mabalanta na kung ano na nga table ang gamiton. Okay, so that ends our video lecture for chapter 7. So see you on the next video.